You know what really grinds my gears? When people slap me. Oh, no, what do you do? Why? No, stop, no.
Welcome to Wolf Watch News.
Why you guys doing this to me, man? No, stop, please.
Good morning, Grey Wolves. We're this week's anchors, William and
Gabby, and now on to Marola with his birthdays.
Gang.
Good morning, Grey Wolves. Happy Monday. I'm here with this week's birthdays. Let's begin with staff. Richard, our plant manager, his birthday is October 19th, so please wish him a happy birthday. And let's start with 17-year-olds. We have Matthew Moreno on the 16th, Elizabeth Casillas on the 17th, Astrid Canales on the 19th, Concepcion Carrillo on the 21st. Let's see, 16-year-olds, we have Arturo Gonzalez on the 18th, and Jonathan Carano on the 22nd. And 15-year-olds, we have Eslerosa Trejos on the 20th. And last but not least, 14-year-olds, we have Esteban Castaneda on the 16th, Jose Ramirez on the 17th, and Sebastian Espinosa on the 20th. Happy birthday, Grey Wolves. Have a great week. Thanks.
Thank you, Marola, for
this week's birthdays. And now on to Destiny with the school news.
Hi, my name is Destiny and I will be interviewing our president of Student Council, Gabby. So what is Student Council?
So basically what Student Council is all about is, what we do is we organize all the events that happen at school. So what our goal is to make Mid-Tech as fun as we can. Like, what we want is for you to be involved in everything that Mid-Tech does other than your schoolwork and everything.
Are there any requirements?
Yeah, so the requirements to joining Student Council is you have to have a 3.0 GPA at least, and you have to have 2 signatures from teachers.
Okay. Are there any memories that are memorable to you throughout your experience?
Yeah, so last year when we had the talent show at the end of the year, it was very chaotic because a lot of the seniors and juniors were out doing JSA and like taking care of, well, senior things. And I remember that we worked so hard to do our best on the talent show, and then we had when the day came, we had something like Techo go out there as a Spice Girl, which was hilarious in my eyes. And yeah, that's just a little bit of what Student Council is all about and why I like it. I love it so much.
Okay. Are there any events that are coming up that you guys are doing?
Yeah, so coming up is the door decorating contest. And what that's all about is you decorate the door outside throughout Halloween, and in the end, we'll be judging all of these doors. And if you win first place, you would either get an ice cream party or a donut party. Also, we will be doing the Halloween dance, which is the Friday the 28th. And what we are planning to do is make sure that it's the biggest dance we have for now.
Okay. I guess that will be it for today.
Thank you, Destiny, for the school news. And now
on to the college report with Saul and Luis.
Hello, Wolves. Welcome to this week's college report. Today's college report will be on Harvard University.
Well, for Harvard University, the GPA is from 3.50 and up. Damn.
They only accept 5.2% of their applicants. Harvard University is located in Cambridge, Massachusetts, which is pretty far from Los Angeles, California.
The SAT score is like over 1,600 and the ACT is over 35. It's damn too much. Okay. So that's pretty much it for today's college report. Stay tuned for next week's college report, which will be on LA Trade.
Now on to tech with
Gabby, why do you keep stealing my
This is my scene, dude. It's my scene. Now on to tech with David.
Cut!
Is there a logic of history? Is there, beyond all the casual and incalculable elements of the separate events, something that we may call a metaphysical structure of historic humanity? Something that is essentially independent of the outward forms, social, spiritual, and political, which we see so clearly. Today's brief segment will be touching on politics somewhat, though admittedly loosely, specifically a work, a central thesis, and a means. Boring, relative, irrelative, whatever you consider this, the decline of the West. the 1918 publishing of Oswald Spengler. Commentary Headspring will be sourced from Bob Corbett of Webster University. And with that, I'd like to give my formal thanks for those which I will be adapting into segment today. Now, this book is monumental, with ambitions far beyond what is normally called history. Rather, it is both an epistemology and metaphysics. Oswald Spengler is calling for a revision of our understanding of the world. Consider, within our tradition of Western culture, we have come to see the world through science. And their cell methods of the sciences reveal to us what we tend to accept as the world, as it is. Spengler rejects this thesis and calls that entire tradition the perspective of the world as nature. To this he opposes a different view, world as history. The two worlds are different. The world as nature and its scientific mathematical models give us the world of space, to become that which is. The world as history, on Spengler's analysis, gives us the world of becoming, the world of time. Now, one may quickly suggest that Spengler is not quite so radical as this first sounds. Certainly, from the late 19th century through at least the mid-20th century thought, there is a distinction argued that the social sciences, which include history, cannot use the exact same methods as the so-called natural sciences. However, in that whole discussion, there appears to be a strong bias which Spengler would not accept. The bias holds, 1, that to the extent that the methods of natural sciences cannot be used in the social sciences, the social sciences are thereby weaker. 2, as much as possible, the more reliable methods of the natural sciences should be used. Spengler, on the other hand, is less concerned with method than he is with aim. It is not to become the world of space that interests the historian, but the world of becoming, the world of time that is his focus. On his views, these are two radically different aspects of reality and require different sorts of methods, each method the one proper to that of the particular area of inquiry. Thus, there is no priority of value in any way towards the method of the natural sciences. This philosophy of history is a gigantic work of epic proportion and importance. It seems to have disappeared from the list of influential books on philosophy of history, and his versions of history itself, as the history of cultures and a logic development seems out of favor. It's by no means breezy or facile, yet with that I'd recommend to all, again, The Decline of the West, for all to give a read, to consider this theory of the world as history, world as time, and history as direction. Spengler wants to show us how all civilizations go through spring, summer, autumn, and winter, when their creativity, except in mechanics, dwindles and they fall apart because there is no longer any living spirit to hold them together. Spengler, under such momentous scope of intellects, wants to show us how his culture, Western culture, has passed its cultural stage of season, has entered upon its stage of civilization, and is now living out its ending, or so about a century later, 2016. Back to you, Anchors.
Part of the set.
Right?
Yeah, go for it.
Action.
Thank you, David, for tech.
Bros is nuts. Hey, Renee, we got something for you, bro.
Now we are going to be talking about Threadbees. Threadbees is an exclusive and diverse men's streetwear subscription service that delivers a package of streetwear items to your doorstep once a month. Each user gets to choose their own style, preferences, sizes, and overall personality. You are billed and receive packages once every month. They have a few different plans to choose from, which would be the basic plan, the essential plan, and the premium plan. The basic plan would be $55 a month. It includes 2 to 3 items, mainly t-shirts. The essential plan is $85 a month. It includes 4 to 5 items, mainly tops and bottoms. The premium plan would be $135. It gives you 6 to 7 items, mainly tops, bottoms, and premium pieces, including premium denim and outerwear. Well, that's it for this week's fashion. See you next time, Wolves. Thanks for watching this week's Wolf Watch News.
Renee, where'd you get that windbreaker? It's pretty fresh.
Oh, you know, my plug Joseph got it for me, man.